how to start a candy store business. That's what you're looking for, right? It's an awesome search. My name is Brando Linick, and I appreciate you for coming by this quick little video, this conversation really. And what I want to do is just kind of share with you my story with this, because it actually goes back over the last 3 years, having started a couple different types of businesses, and some of those worked, some of them failed, more so than failed than worked, and dealing with, some of the things that are required with a candy store. It can just be, a headache, to be honest with you. Dealing with supplies, dealing with equipment, dealing with merchandise in general, physical products and services. It can be, tough, alright? And I'm just sharing with you from experience what to avoid, what to look out for, so you don't have to go through the blood, sweat, and tears of, a lot of the stresses a lot of people go through when it comes to building a business, because you want to do what you want, when you want, whenever you want, alright? And that, if that's really what you're looking for, alright, if you're looking to do that out of a business, accomplish that out of a business, I'd actually advise you, before you consider opening up a candy store, if you hear me out here for a minute, I've got a lead, alright, I want to throw your way here. And my experience with this goes back over the last 15 months when I took myself from a traditional business to an internet business. And the reason was I came across a person who was building a business on the internet without having to deal with physical merchandise. Actually, they were offering, digital information and digital products, and therefore their profit margins were a lot. Okay, they're making a lot of money, high multiple six figures, traveling around the world, without time and money being an issue, not being a slave to their business, not on the computer 24/7. And because they were building a business on the internet, having a life at the same time, I started to model and copy what they were doing, because they didn't have that overhead that you'd have to deal with a candy store. All right, dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, and like I said, it can be a headache. And just trying to, give you a little bit of an idea of having done this before in the past. So I came across this person, started to model and copy what they're doing. Not average or typical results, but less than 30 days later, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time. And the internet is not the only way to go. What I did, it required work. I had to learn some things, just like you'd have to learn, some things with a candy store business. You'd have to put in a lot of work, all right, because you're dealing with more infrastructure. But the cool part was I didn't have to deal with that infrastructure, which is why I can't emphasize it enough. If you're looking at starting a candy store, business, because you want to be your own boss, you want to do what you want, when you want to do it, the best way you could create true leverage in a highly profitable way, alright, building a business, is through the internet, where you don't have to deal with supplies, equipment, inventory, shipping and handling, the operating costs of a store, okay, to keep the lights on, to keep the bills turning, okay? So, the best thing you can do, if you want to learn how to do this, honestly, I'd say connect with someone who's building a business online, connect with someone who's willing to connect with you, and if this does make sense to you and you're following me here, alright, from a business perspective, I can be that person for you. If you're coachable and you're trainable and you're willing to learn some things and you want to learn how to build a business on the internet, if you're not afraid of work, and like I said, you're coachable, you're trainable, willing to learn some things, connect with me on my site. Check it out. It's 123marketingtips.com. If you want to learn how to build a business on the internet, have a life at the same time, also be introduced to people who are just like you, making their first four-figure month, their very first month in business, check it out. Grab your training. If you're serious. If you're not interested, then by all means, I appreciate you still, appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. Take care.